Hello, this is Mrs. Merkis, and I am going to give you a lesson today on cleaning glassware in the laboratory. And we're also going to look at what happens if I have a spill. How am I going to clean up that spill? So let's start by working in the lab. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my goggles on because that's what we do when we're in lab all the time. So the goggles are going first. Okay. I'm going to wash glassware and show you how. So I'm going to put some gloves on and then we're going to go on. Okay, so let's say I have a couple of pieces of glassware to wash. What I want to do is be able to show you a quick way to do it, and then if we have a lot of glassware, another way. So in your lab, you should have some sort of a squirt bottle that has a soapy water solution in it. Mine has a blue cap or a blue lid and it says soap on it, and that's the bottle that we would use. The soap that we use is something called Alkanox. It is a chemical glassware cleaning soap, and it doesn't take much to clean the glassware. It's just a little bit of this powder. Okay, so when I'm going to clean some glassware, the first thing I'm going to do is take my dirty glassware and just kind of rinse it out. And then I'm going to add some of that soapy water. Now, we have to do something to be able to clean the sides. So you're going to take some sort of a brush, and there are different size brushes. This just happens to be the size I have. There are some larger brushes for beakers if you want to use that, but this will work as well. So I'm going to put a little bit more water in that soapy water, and start like rubbing all of the surfaces and the outside surface of that glass. And you can see how it foams up just a little bit, but it's not so much that it's going to take a lot to be able to rinse it. So once you've cleaned the glass, then you need to rinse it. And the idea is you should rinse a glass after it's cleaned, or a beaker, 3 times. So here's 1, 2, 3, and now it's clean. I'm going to set it upside down on this paper towel, but eventually I'm going to put it on a drying rack to dry, and then I will put it away in the cabinet the next day. So let's take something like a graduated cylinder. Again, I'm going to start by rinsing it out. I'm going to add some soapy water, put a little bit more water into it, and then try to find a brush that fits and put all the surfaces, try to scrub all the surfaces in that glassware. You can see the soap is starting to foam up a little bit. And then we rinse it at least 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so here is a clean graduated cylinder. I will not turn this upside down to dry it. What I'm going to do is put it on a drying rack and let it go upside down there. I don't want to tip it over. So I'm just going to set it here until I get it on a drying rack. There's another thing you can do. If, for example, you have a lot of glassware to wash, you could use some sort of a bin in your sink. And just like you're doing dishes, you could fill up that bin and add just a little bit of powdered Alkanox. Not much, just a little bit. That's all you need. And you get a little soapy water, and then put your dishes in and do the same thing, your glassware, and scrub every surface with the brush, rinse it 3 times, and dry it. So that's the basic procedure for general glassware cleaning. Now, in our lab now, when we're using equipment, we also have to make sure that that we sanitize, that we use some sort of a spray. Now, on the glassware that we've done soap and water with, those are fine. But there could be common use things such as a balance that when you're done using it, you need to sanitize any surface that you touch. So what I would suggest is we will have sanitizing spray in the lab for you to use. It might be in the center area. We might have 1 per lab station, but in your lab, find the sanitizing spray. And rather do not spray the equipment directly. You're going to need to get some sort of a toweling and spray the toweling and then clean the surface that you touch on any equipment that might be electronic. So that would be calculators, computer screens, Chromebooks. You have to use some sort of a toweling, spray the toweling, and then wipe the common use